Well, only thing I can say is it's been a while. The Saturday before the Monday of October, the first week, I was cutting my grass. Well, actually, it happened like in August. I started having chest pains. Ooh, from my crouch on up. But not all the time. But I got up there and I went to a meeting. Chest pain, not much. I was going to stop into this school nurse and say, hey, I'm getting these chest pains. But I figured not worry about it. And the Saturday before that, I was really getting chest pains. I go to the doctor's on Monday, and he says, well, you better go to the ER. Chest pains, how bad they are. Okay, I go over to the ER. I drive over there. Can't find a parking space, so I parked across the street. And I empty a small bus. He says, I says, where's the ER? He says, it's over there. Why, what's wrong? I'm getting these slight chest pains. Oh my God. He drives me over there. I go out. I just go into the hospital, Luther General Hospital, and I say, I'm getting these chest pains. You got anything for it? So the guy says, sit over there. Now everybody in the hospital goes around in a wheelchair. So they set me in a wheelchair and then they put me in a little room. And I said, well, I'm getting these chest pains. So they run put a lot of little probes on my body and I'm sitting there, I get another chest pain. Oh, and the thing goes, boop. You're coming to the hospital tonight. Oh, what? Oh, well, okay. If you want to do something else, they put me in a bed. They bring in the X-ray machine. I don't go to the X-ray. They bring in the X-ray machine. Oh, something looks bad. So they put me in CRT, thing. It really looks bad. It really looks bad. They say, what we're going to do is put me on a table, and they run something up my arm, then they put one up my groin, and they say, no. They say, well, we're not going to take the chance. We may do some more damage. Stunned, metal thing. Doctor comes in and says, I got a solution for you. Make it very easy. We take two veins out of your left leg and stick it up there. Okay, sure. I didn't think anything of it, but they did. They created one of those. What's that? Strange. Yeah. Republicans want to eliminate Social Security, Medicare, or Medicaid. They want to get rid of Obamacare. I met a lot of people that had one of these. Everyone who's ever had a heart attack that has had Medicare take care of it, and I know a lot of people who have had this, and the Republicans want to remove it. Donald Trump wants to remove Obamacare. He gets in as president again. He says, I'm going to remove Obamacare. I'm going to get rid of Medicare. Well, the guy's a billionaire. You know, that's the Republicans. But I tell you one thing, I'm still recuperating from that from the first week of October. Not as bad as what happened the 7th of October in Israel, but one of the things I like about Luther General, they kept telling me, you gotta have someone else live with you. I'm a hermit, but they say, you gotta have someone else live with you. And I keep saying, I look at all these young, beautiful nurses. Now, I gotta remember this, they have a slight, fully sticked up my little penis, you know, to drain my bladder. I had more eyes look at my whole body than I ever had before. The most beautiful nurses in the world are at Luther General. I don't know what any other hospital has, but I saw the most beautiful young women there. Some of them were still students. Yeah, you know, I met one that was from Harper College, and she was only a year and a half into that thing, and they got her employed. They can't get enough nurses, and the place looks as ram full of nurses, but they can't get enough. They got, you know, they're taking care of people like me, old fuddy-duddies. Boy, I said, I look around here and say, anyone like to move in with me? Of course not. Of course not. I can save you $1,000 a month, but I'm still recuperating. Just putting up the screen, walking around, even with my little roller, my cane in that. It is still rough after all these months, and I've been told it's going to take maybe a year before you can go do anything heavy. And I do mean heavy. You can maybe lift a few pounds, 5 pounds here, light lifting, stretching. You don't want to pull this out apart or putting it over here and do with these exercises. It is rough. It is very rough. I can tell you, anyone you know that has ever had a heart attack, it is rough. Even at my age, they were amazed that I had a heart attack at 81 or 80, and because they usually get people at that thing. I knew a guy who came in from, a friend of mine came in from Europe, and he was having a heart attack. He had one at the airport. Oh. And they had a doctor there. Somebody, the guy said, the guy has another one. They hit him with the paddles. A plane is leaving for the U.S. and they bumped the guy off, put him on that plane, and when he landed, there was an ambulance waiting for him. They brought him to the VA hospital, Hines Hospital, and they did an X-ray or a CRT on him and a CAT scan, and he had basically up this thing. They cleared his artery. Otherwise, he'd be dead. You're dying. It's really blocked. But they opened it up, and he went home within a month. I stayed for October, November, most of December. Wow. So it takes a lot. I'm still, hey, my Hartford insurance doesn't pay for all of it, guy. I still got out-of-the-pocket expenses. But, you know, company says, you know, that's a $250,000 operation. And aren't you glad we have Medicare? Oh, yes. Everybody I know, and most people I know have, you know, they've gone through this stuff, and they say, yeah. My nephew has a pacer in him, and he died. If I don't know if I mentioned that thing, he died 12 times before they put one of those into him, and thank God for Medicare. Thank God for Medicare. I don't give a damn what the Republicans say. Let them go under the Operation Terror thing. I would think every Republican in the U.S. Congress should go under the table, yeah, under the knife, and get their new heart. They don't seem to have hearts now, but who would want to sacrifice their life and give up their heart for a Republican? But that's the thing. I'm saying this is the thing. And I'm quite sure there's nobody who really care about my views, and I'm quite sure Google is going to do what they have done to all my stuff to kill the views on this. And when I upload this, and it will take time, hey, what can I do? That's my little thing, and I will put it this way. I haven't uploaded anything since September of last year. And they say, well, they got the views of 3 months ago or something like that. Yeah. This is my up view. I'm quite sure Google will come along and kill all the views on this, as they usually do, because they don't advertise, you know. What can I say? It's my views. I've got I met a psychologist, and I told her about this, and hey, why don't you look at my views and tell me what you think of them? I know what Google thinks. Google Brad, on the other hand, I asked Google Brad something about this, and says, hey, Google Brad, will you look into this again? They did something to me. You know, like, so somebody complained. Somebody's always complaining about me. I'm quite sure Donald Trump will complain about me. I'm not voting for Donald. No. Something about 91 counts. Oh, all the Republicans are for. I'd rather vote for Nikki. I don't agree with her views toward women having rights. But until she really goes after Trump, boxes of highly classified CIA documents. What's the worst is about that? I was told that he was selling stuff, duplicates. Well, it's Trump. What do you expect? Oh, that should be enough to get me into trouble. I thank you. And for Google, yeah, I understand. You're going to kill any views on this, any comments on this. Okay.